everyone, it's Rachel. Welcome to another video. Today we are talking about all of my favorite crystals in October, now that October is over. A few of these are actually from the last crystal haul that I did for you guys. If you didn't catch that, I will link it down below for you. But in that haul, there were a lot of crystals that I got that were kind of new to me. So I knew that I would eventually be revisiting them and telling you about them. And there were a few of them that I just kept picking up this month. So they are on the list. And then just a couple other ones. The first thing I want to talk about today is jet. And I have a jet bracelet here. I do have some pieces somewhere, but I don't have any idea where they are. I just happened to grab this month and put it on one day, and then the next day or that day, plus or minus a day, somewhere in there, one of you told me that you had been using jet, and I was like, whoa, this is kind of weird because I haven't even thought about jet in like over a year. And all of a sudden I put it on, someone else starts talking about it. It was very serendipitous. I love it when things like that happen. In the past, when I think of jet, I just think of protection. It's really great for protection and grounding, but jet is fossilized tree resin. It's kind of like a type of coal. So it's very good for connecting to elements in nature. It's also supposed to help you with clearing negativity out of your emotions. And it's interesting, this month, one of my affirmations I've been doing is I am not my emotions. So I thought that was a really interesting point when I was getting ready to make this video and kind of like looking at the properties of jet again. The elemental thing, I've definitely been more in tune with the trees over the past couple of weeks when I've been wearing this. Like, I love my trees. I'm always talking to my trees and things like that, but it's been like extra hard this past couple of weeks. And now that I have like read about the jet again, reminded myself what it does, and looked at the past couple of weeks when I've been wearing it, I'm like, wow, all these things are absolutely what I have been experiencing. Another thing is it's very good for, I think the exact words used were facilitating entry into like your inner world or something. I can't remember exactly what it said, but the word facilitate was there. Wait, let me read it for you. Facilitates entering and exploring the inner void of creation. And also, I have been noticing that I have been remembering bits and pieces of my dreams, but I don't usually remember my dreams very much at all. And when I do remember bits and pieces, it's different than what I've been remembering with this lately. Because when I've been waking up lately, it's more like I don't remember my dreams, but it's this weird feeling of, it's so hard to explain. Like, I feel so attached to my dream world and the things I've been doing in my dream world, even though I can't remember them. I just feel this weird, like, right next door quality to it when I wake up. Like, what was I just doing over there? Like, I feel like this life is so important. My dream life is so important right now. I don't actually know what that means, but I've been feeling very connected to like the void, so to speak. So I was led to put the jet on, and I've been really enjoying what it's been doing for me, even though I haven't been noticing what it's been doing for me until I look back at it, which is why I love doing these videos. And I encourage you to keep track. If you're a crystal person and you're always using different crystals, keep track over the course of a month or a few weeks and see what you're drawn to, and then try to figure out why. I think it gives us such good insight. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is Labradorite. And I have just been sleeping with Labradorite a lot lately, so I had to put it on the list, like more nights than not this past month. This has been under my pillow. And I started it when I made the My Favorite Crystals for Sleep video, which if you haven't seen it, I will link it down below for you. But I was experimenting with it then, and then I was talking with a friend about what they sleep with. They said Labradorite too, and then I just started sleeping with it every night. But now that I'm thinking about timing, these two did not overlap. it was like the first 2 weeks of the month I had Labradorite under my pillow, and then the second 2 weeks of the month I was wearing the Jet, and the Labradorite wasn't under my pillow, and I think I just took it out because I was washing the sheets, and then I just didn't put it back. But it has been on my bedside table, and there are like maybe 5 crystals that I keep over there. And those are like my clutching crystals. And whenever I'm laying in bed, I'm just feeling overwhelmed. There are certain crystals that I just like clutch and put right here. And it's just my thing. It's what I do to calm myself down. I mean, one of the things I do, if I don't have time to like submerge myself in water, which is the easiest, quickest way for me to get control of my emotions, I'll do a crystal clutch like this. And just even better if you can put crystals all around you, or you can put them on all your chakras. You can really almost instantly change your energy by using crystal energy like this, clutching it, putting them on you, surrounding yourself with them. I would really love to eventually make a little space to lay in that has like cutouts around it, and I just have like a crystal grid built around a place to lay. I think that would be, oh yeah, that would be cool. Okay, this is actually one of the crystals I got in my last crystal haul, and then I forgot to show it to you. Which was so sad because at that time it was the one crystal I had already worked with. I was so excited about it. I had it sitting there with all the other crystals to show you, and then I just never talked about it. I don't know. It is Cinnabar. And Cinnabar is one that I've never had before. I've never worked with before. I got it in that crystal haul, and then it was the first one I was like drawn to. I sat down, tried to meditate with it, and I had the best energetic connection to it. I love this energy. Just now I picked it up again, and I have the tingles all over my body. I feel super cold all of a sudden, but I also feel like uplifted, euphoric, energetic, powerful. It just gives me so much life. So I want to read to you about Cinnabar. So it energetically helps you get rid of toxins. It helps you fight infections. Emotionally, it helps you release anger and resentment. It helps you face the truth. Spiritually, it is supposed to give you the ability to see patterns and help with alchemy. So it says that they can help bring about the full manifestation of your soul's blueprint, the fulfillment of the divine pattern that we carry within. It's also really great for stimulating the third eye, making it great for insight and the ability to see visions of potential future. And then it helps you ground the visions that you have. So it's supposed to be so good for like creative people, entrepreneurs, because it can help you take your dreams and make them a reality. It gives you all of this like access to the power that you already have, but it helps you understand how to use it. That's how I'm kind of like feeling it. And I feel like just holding it, I can feel all of that in it. Like I can feel the potential in it, and I think that's why I like it so much. I find it to be very uplifting. I feel it in my heart chakra too, and it says it's good for the first 2 chakras and the third eye chakra, but dude, I feel it in my heart. I feel it just like expanding me. I really, really, really like Cinnabar. That has been a favorite this month. Another one that, this was the second one I just couldn't put down as soon as I started holding it from my last crystal haul, and this is Sedona Jasper. So this Sedona Jasper, I just feel a lot of power in it, and it has a lot of energy. I find it to be very healing. And so in reading about it a little bit, I read that it has a much more feminine energy than regular red jasper. It's supposed to be great for like mothers to be, but it's also very, it's all about feeling okay with yourself and feeling it like calms you down about fears about the future, It can help you be more self-confident in yourself, knowing that you'll get yourself to where you need to be in the future. I read on one site that it encourages you to grow up and do what you need to do to get to the future version of yourself. So it's all about like feeling good enough in the moment and like letting go of the stress enough to let yourself get to where you're going. Like you're gonna get there no matter what you do. You can drive yourself crazy thinking about how you're gonna get there, or you can let go of all that fear and just live every day and get there like that. That's kind of how I'm interpreting it. But even though that's what I'm like reading about it, I just feel like there's so much more about this crystal than all of that. Like it feels like there's something very, very deep going on in the healing realm of it. And I mean, maybe it is all that stuff I just talked about, like the self-confidence and all of that. Like it's just, maybe I just feel that inside, like working on all those things, but I physically, literally feel it. It's very, very like obvious to me that this is like a super healing crystal. I feel the healing. I love it. I love it. Sedona Red Jasper. Another crystal that was in my crystal haul is this little fairy stone or goddess stone, they're sometimes called. And they're always kind of like a flat, blobby sort of shape. And these are supposed to be, I mean, obviously it's supposed to help you connect with earth and elementals, things like that. It's supposed to be very protective, brings you wealth and vitality and all the things. Like it can just be used as like a good luck omen. But also, I read this thing calling it an amulet of Mother Earth, and I wanted to read that to you. Each fairy stone should be viewed as an amulet, which has been imbued by our planet's magical energy. Just carrying a piece on you will enhance your entire aura and provide a layer of protection from any negative energy you may come across. To further access the power, begin to have daily meditation sessions where you place all of your focus into the stone. Visualize your mind connecting with the vibrations of the stone and allow it to take your consciousness on a journey towards spiritual awakening and enlightenment. Let these fairy stones aid you on your life path as well as your future decision making. When I pick this up, I just feel, dude, I do pick it up when I'm trying to decide something. And I thought it was just because I fidget with it a lot. Just the shape of it and the way that it is, I am just constantly fidgeting with it, and it's like a worry stone to me, kind of, I guess. Interesting. A few other cool things that I read when looking these up. They are excellent to meditate with if you are trying to do a past life regression. Some people say they help you connect to spirit guides who help push you through things and help you get over certain fears that you have. Overall, they're supposed to be very grounding and just connect you to earth. So like I said, I find it very like soothing. It is supposed to be good for your nervous system as well, but I think that a lot of it just comes from me like fidgeting with it, and I think that I'm drawn to do that, and then it helps me make decisions. So it's all very interesting the way it all works together. Okay, the last crystal I have over here is one of my pink Lemurians. I have him on a necklace, and I have had this thing for a long time. And there was a time when I wore him every day until someone very wisely told me, he was like, hey, if you wear that too much, you might start getting symptoms like morning sickness. And I was like, hey, I have been having those symptoms, so thanks for letting me know. It's such a powerful healing crystal, and the environment that I was in at the time was a place that a lot of people were going to get healing. So he let me know that my crystal was probably pulling a lot of stuff from other people into me, and that's why I was starting to feel sick. So when I found that out, I stopped wearing it as much. My everyday nausea went away, but I still am super attached to it and I love it so much. And I mean, Lemurian crystals in general, I love. When I found out there were pink Lemurians, so excited. And then looking into them, finding out pink Lemurians are really great for things like heartbreak and just soothing your heart and protecting it. But they're so much more magical than that also. So Lemurian crystals are another one that are very connected to divine feminine energy, which is something that I've been very tapped into lately. This is interesting. It supports overcoming spiritual loneliness and or depression. It awakens multiple gifts of empathetic and intuitive consciousness. Lemurian seeds can benefit just about everyone. Most people need the heart opening and emotional spiritual healing they offer. Healers can use these crystals to bring such experiences to their clients. And the ones that are pink or red do just have a layer of hematite on them, which is what gives it that color. You know, it's interesting. When I first got this, when I first got this, I was working at a crystal shop, and I remember us getting a big shipment of them in, and I remember laying them out, and I remember reading about them, and now I can't find a lot of information about them. But I mean, I specifically remember reading that they're great for heartbreak. But when you look up Lemurian crystals or even pink Lemurian crystals, I find that the same thing is just said over and over and over. Like every single website says the same thing. They're all just copying each other, and it's the story of the Lemurian seeded crystals and all of that stuff. But I know there's more out there about pink Lemurians somewhere. I just don't know. But personally, what I feel with it is they're very, very high vibrational. Like, you guys know I love the high vibrational crystals, and the Lemurians were on I did a video a long time ago about my favorite high vibrational crystals, and I'm pretty sure I put Lemurians on there because I just feel they're one of the ones that almost immediately it makes me feel like I'm getting out of breath. That's one of the main ways that I feel a crystal when it's high vibrational. God, the lines in this are just so entrancing. I'm going to say this crystal is just very, very good for healing. It's good for healing others, but it's also good for healing yourself. I feel like if you don't want to go out and get Reiki from someone else, or you don't want to go to any teachers, or you don't want to do anything with anyone else, but you feel like you need an energetic cleansing that you haven't had before, go for one of these. Like, there are so many different ways to clean your energy. Take salt baths and smudge yourself and things like that. But for actual inner kind of like moving around real things inside of you work, I would try a Lemurian. They're so powerful, but at the same time, they're so gentle and loving and soothing. I feel like the combination of that makes it less intimidating. It's like it holds your hand and it's like, okay, let's go do these hard things now. We can get through it together. I'll hold your hand the whole time. Like, that's the kind of energy they have. And I find them to be just lovely. Those were all of my favorite crystals last month, you guys. I would really love to hear down below if you have any favorite crystals that you were drawn to over and over again this month. I love hearing from all of you. Please let me know. And yeah, that's it. I hope you have such a great day. Thank you for watching. I love you all. I'll see you next time.